Will Sue Surf come back to battle rap? It's your boy J God. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Red button on the right side. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Why are we here? Well, of course, will Sue Surf come back to battle rap? Joe Budden said when Surf get out, he not battle rapping anymore. But that could just be Joe Budden saying that. I don't think Surf coming back to battle rap. And here's my reasons. The money ain't what it used to be. The caffeine era is gone. That 60, 70, 50, 40,000 or better ain't there no more. Now you see a lot of the top tier battle rappers going to other leagues to getting their money. Surf is a URL baby. Now, for him being in URL and URL not having a lot of events and URL not being the #1 league anymore, and a lot of Surf wins came from the URL. I think that would be one reason why Surf won't come back to battle rap. The money isn't there anymore. Number 2, the snitching allegations is starting to heat up on Surf. Even though a lot of the media isn't talking about it. They saying that Surf told on the gang. Now, if I think Surf comes back, do I think it's going to affect him? No, because he's a popular battle rapper. But is it worth coming back if you did snitch on the gang, and let's say Sue Surf denounced the 6 Crips? That takes away his battle rap brand at the same time, only because that would help make Surf a star, that he was Crip, that he was a believable rapper because of his gang ties. So that will affect his raps, and he'll probably have to have a new style for battle rap if he goes away from the rolling 60s route. Number 3, Joe Budden. Joe Budden making 100,000 millions of dollars in his podcast. Got the lovely Melissa Ford, got Ish in there, who's Arsenal brother. Ice, who's Arsenal brother. Ish in there. When Sue Surf was doing their podcast before, they had great chemistry with Surf. So it would be nothing for Surf to come in there and be the 5th seat for Joe Budden podcast. I think Joe Budden podcast can pay him well, give him an income that give him a nice income to do the shows. You know, he doesn't have to think about battle rap. He doesn't have to think about raps, and he could just be a commentator when it comes to every time they talk about battle rap, every time industry stuff happens, Surf has a great perspective about industry stuff. So I think him, Ish, Ice, Joe Budden, Queens Flip, and Melissa Ford would be a great team to continue on doing the Joe Budden podcast if Joe Budden puts them on the Joe Budden podcast. Number 4, I don't know this, but Sue Surf can lose love for battle rap. Come on, man, life's too short, man. Him spending, I think, 3, 4, or 5 years away from his daughter, his mother, his other family members, and if he was retired I wouldn't put him in the first ballot Hall of Fame, but he'll be a Hall of Fame. He'll be a Hall of Fame if Battle Rap had a Hall of Fame. I think he did enough for his career to leave in his own terms, and he could fall right out of love out of Battle Rap, spending being in the jail, being locked down for all that time, reflecting. He might want to retire and leave Battle Rap alone. That's number 4. Number 5, the boss. The boss. She became more powerful, and the other females in Battle Rap, my lady, Apply Pressure, Tight, Tati, they became more powerful in Battle Rap. I don't know how Surf is going to be received when the first time he goes to that Twitter Spaces and nothing but women running, cause he gonna have to go in there. Twerk be going there, Rock be going in there, Geechee be going there, all of them be going in there. So he gonna make his debut, and we gonna see what happens, man. Surf might be like, man, I don't want to hear about all this girl shit, man. I'm out of here, man. Hey, yo, Rock! Let's get out of here, man. But anyway, the balls you gotta make. Are you untitled or you a hitman? It is what it is. But I think Surf. I think it's a 60% chance that Surf, when he comes home, probably won't Battle Rap again. And I think the biggest reason would probably be the snitching allegation. Because Byron Blake, who read the paperwork of allegedly Surf snitching on the gang, and Adept, he did his video of Surf allegedly snitching on the gang. If they talk about it, eventually more eyes and more awareness is going to be on that paperwork, on Surf paperwork, if he told or if he didn't tell. Now, I don't think if Surf, let's say Surf snitched, I don't think it affects his career because he's popular. But as a street dude, the shame of snitching is always going to be there. The shame of a person telling is going to be there. So, do Surf want to deal with that or not? But it is what it is. But if he was to come back to Battle Rap, we need to see him and Rock on a 2-on-2. And I wouldn't mind Rock and Chess doing the 2-on-2. We gotta see Surf and Easy. Gotta see that battle. Surf had a lot of battles. It's not a lot of battles that he can take. Well, Surf and Goods. We can see Surf and Goods. That'll be a good battle. Surf and Mook. Maybe a Lux and Surf rematch. Calico and Surf Part 3. Twerk and Surf, the rematch. Surf got a couple fights. Will Surf give somebody an up-and-comer a shot? A Eunice, a Hansel, will he give them a shot to help the URL? Build their stars up? I don't know. Will we get a Sue Surf Avert rematch? I don't know, but there's a couple battles that can happen for Surf. Do y'all want to see Surf come back? Because we do have the new stars, rising stars, my bad, Eunices, the Hansels, Swervos and stuff like that. We still have the big battle rappers, the Hitman, the T-Top, the A-Verb, the JC. We still have them in the game. will Surf get in the way? Or will Surf look at the landscape of the URL that the money ain't there no more and decide to leave battle rap forever? What do y'all think about that? Because if he get that Joe, I think if he get the job with Joe Budden in the podcast world and start getting money in the podcast world, he dipping. I think he dipping. As long as he could talk about battle rap from time to time, I think he'll step away. But with Brian Break and Adapt with the paperwork on Surf, all it is, even though the media ain't talking about it now, it's gonna be talked about if the first battle rapper brings it up if they battle Surf. Now, Adapt, you said something about Remy. Well, you said a lot of things about Remy Ma. And you said your sister put the beats on Remy back in the day. Gave you the 1-2 buckle my shoe. And Remy talk about, what scuffed my Timbs? It might be Adept's sister when she popped and Remy Ma hit the floor. When you fall the wrong way with Timbs, they scuff after a scuffle. Now, hopefully, Adept's people and Adept get to talk about that story and relive how it happened, why it happened. Was it a rivalry thing? Or, hey, man, I would love to hear that story for real talk. But it's your boy J God. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Red button on the right side. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And my closing statement. Let's own something.